Hey, clown force, leave them kids alone. All right, guys, I don't know how long I'm going to be up here because I'm waiting on my Coke dealer to text me back, that motherfucker. As soon as he sends me that text to come and get it, I'm out. Uh, some of the other All right. Is that better? Can you all hear me now? All right. As I was saying, I was kind of, I know y'all were yelling at me, texting me, why so late? Why so late? Well, I was kind of hawing around waiting to see if somebody else would go. I didn't really want to. I think we're all like, after talking to channel owners, I'm not calling us YouTubers because I'm not really a YouTuber and I don't want to put that label on anybody. But I think we're all burned out, man. All of us been doing it too long. Same shit all the time. So you guys didn't even hear me singing to the song, huh? Hey, clown force, leave them kids alone. Till Christy, happy birthday, Christy. So yeah, if any of you channel owners want to jump up here, or anybody else, anybody's welcome up. If you want to talk about that subject, we can. Just been doing it too long. It's old. It's the same shit all the time. Yeah, stop attacking NTF. Clown, you're real brave and scary to women and children, but you're a bitch. Oh, by the way, Clown is such a bitch. He banned me on Instagram a long time ago because he's afraid to have a man to clown conversation, I guess. But I do want to ask you, Clown, since I know you're going to fish tank this if you aren't already. Um, are your neighbors looking at you a little bit different the last few days? I'm just wondering. I came to NTF today right at the end. I don't know what happened, but like I was only there for about 3 minutes and she cut it, so I don't even know what happened with that. Yeah, NTF, can I asked you, I believe I asked you on Instagram, but I don't know if you answered or not. You can either say it in chat or um, just a simple yes or no message on IG right now. But like, can I talk about what's been going on? I've kind of talked about it a little bit without mentioning names, but it's up to you. I don't want to put you in a spot. I don't want to put you in a bad spot. You know what I mean? And I certainly won't think if I want to. Well, that's not really you know what I mean. I don't want you to say it's okay just to, you know what I mean. If you're not absolutely 100% cool with it, if you don't want me to, that's all right. And don't let anybody force you, or don't let anybody, bully you into an answer, whatever. Clown Force was indicted for it. Yep, he sure was. You must admit you love to talk shit, but Cuck Force hasn't seen anything yet. Oh yeah, absolute power, Cuck Rups. There's plenty more out there that hasn't been brought up publicly yet. But if somebody does, I mean, hey, Joey supports Jomo Force. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like I've been saying for a while, that if you support Clown Force, you're not welcome here. I don't give a fuck who you are, whether you have a wrench now or in the past. And I don't mean just for being in this chat. I mean like if you're going along with this bullshit, you ain't welcome here. But I think it's funny that like 90% of his chat are alt accounts because people are ashamed to show their face over there, and I think that speaks volumes. Oh, and by the way, it was dubbed that in case you didn't know already, it was dubbed that porn bombed us the other day. That run for fun or whatever the fuck it's called, that account belongs to Dub, and I think that porn bombing is predator behavior, and I've always said that, and I always have doxed Pred. So, and Dub isn't as anonymous as he thinks. So I don't know. Can you find the Adam's apple on Billy Fisher? Not that I recall. And back in the day when we were friends, I think I've seen a little bit more of her than y'all have. Yeah, I think Dub was suspected already in a couple of. I was before I even went live the other night. I was warned about that account that something was going to happen, and my informants were correct. Oh, speaking of the devil, bye, Dub. Dub was caught by Southwest Jeff. Yeah, I don't. I've heard that, but I don't. I've not seen any proof that that's true. So I don't know. All right. I've gotten the official word that we are being fish tanked. So, you know what that means. Give me 1 second. There we go. The man who's real scary, bullying women and children. But he won't have a conversation with me. Oh, fuck. I am lost. Yeah, see, I noticed Clown was in a couple of chats that the people said he would never be in their chats. And I asked him why. I'm like, hey, what's going on? As it turns out, he was blackmailing them to get back in, but it ain't gonna work no more, Clown. And you can come at me all you want. I don't give a fuck who you dox. Ryan had the best fish tanks. I hear Ryan's in for a rude awakening on something, but I've been sworn to secrecy. What's going on, Sammy? Does round clown rule over a cabal of 3-year-olds? He would if he could, if given the chance. I'm sure he would. And you know what? I mean, I could have given him the benefit of the doubt on a girl saying that he did something because that happens. It happens. It happens a lot, really. Um, but all the other shit, I think he probably did something to that kid just to get back at the woman. And then now we've seen this report of the girl that he claims was his wife, who he was not married to. And I blame myself because I should have been there. No, clown, they didn't want you there. That's why you weren't there. You were sponging off of that woman, and you squatted in her place until they ran you out. Why don't you just be honest, clown? How did I know all this stuff before the paperwork dropped? How is it I've already talked about this stuff before? Huh? Maybe I've been talking to somebody from your past, clown. And I'll ask it again since I don't know if he was listening then. Clown, are your neighbors looking at you a little different now? If not, they will be. Pay attention. This is going to come down to a good old West shootout on Main Street at noon. He wouldn't be man enough to show up, though. He only hits women and children. This is not the Lock dragging stream. Not yet, Lock. We'll we'll get to that. I wasn't really planning on it, but we can. But like, I think we're all burned out on just we've been doing this shit for too long. It's boring, you know. I think I hear some coyotes. Man, I was just getting ready to. I might or might not have had some pills earlier in the day, but they all wore off, which sucks. Dragging is for racists. Does uh fast people have to do with dragging? Oh, drag racers. I get it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Jeff is going live soon. Well, fuck him too. That's another thing. We created him. If we would have shut him out 2 years ago, he wouldn't be causing the havoc that he does now. And I refuse to enable it. I unsubbed from Jeff a while back. Where the fuck did my cigarettes go? Well, this ain't good. I can't panel without smoking. Oh, I found him. Turns out I'm just a dumbass. But yeah, I'd really like to hear from the people that run channels. Anybody can come up here, but just from talking to the others and like hearing what some of them have had to say on their streams and other people's streams, I think we're all burned out, man. It's like we're all on the edge. I don't know if you guys can hear the coyotes yipping or not. You know, and I've been talking to people that they just won't chat. They still watch, you know, but they just refuse to chat anymore, and I get it. Let you get the kid to bed. Right on. Holy shit! Clown Force was indicted and arrested for a 288A sexually touching children. What the fuck? And anybody that still supports him, like Haystack and all those jerk offs, that in my book that makes them suspect too. Like why people want to jump on the bandwagon. You said surprise anal in a community of survivors, but you let this shit fly. What the fuck? Where's your standards? What's up, Shauna? Hope you're doing all right. Hope everybody's doing all right. Well, not everybody. Haystack's a whiny little bitch. I had to ban him. He's constantly in my comment section. Waste like he's like I don't know if I'm his dad. I might be his dad that walked out on him when he was 11. Um, I don't know. It's like he has daddy issues, and like I'm a substitute father that he wants to be treated badly by. Constantly in my comment section, wasting my time, and it was just too time consuming. And he's like Telly. He's just too fucking needy. So I banned his ass. I banned him once before, and then he whined and whined and whined to be unbanned, like for months. So I finally did it because I was tired of hearing him whine about getting unbanned. And then for you, he was okay for a while, but then he went right back to the same old shit. So bye bye, sweetheart. You have money issues, don't we all? Speaking of that, um, we have at least probably more, like at least a couple of community members, and some of it is because of like they lost their power and so they lost all their food because their refrigerators went down. Um, like I will ask you guys for Coke money all day long, and I do that most of the time. I'm not really going to get Coke, but I do it just to piss people off. And at first, it was to prove a point that even if there's something bad, people will still donate to you if you're honest about it, right? Uh, but if I was starving or whatever, or like I couldn't pay my light bill, not that I have one, um, or like if I had a flat tire or what, like I'm not gonna, I wouldn't ask for food if I was starving to death. Um, but we have a couple of people in that situation. I'm trying to figure out. I went ahead and this community has been very generous to me. So the first one I gave a little more than they were asking for, but another one I didn't have enough left to give them all that they really needed. But they sure as fuck don't want me going live and talking about their names. And I'm sure as fuck not going to handle somebody else's money, right? Uh, Maybe we can work something out where, and they don't need very much. That they don't need. It's like you know, it's tens. It's not hundreds or anything. I don't know how to work this out because I am not handling. Like I'm not going to have people send money to my cash app for them because I'm just not getting in the middle of that shit. But maybe if you're interested in helping them out, you can DM me and then I'll put you in touch with them. Then it can be between you and them. I don't know. I don't know how to work. That's all I can think of. If you guys have a better idea, you can. I'd sure like to hear it. But I helped them out as much as I could, and they do need a little bit more. But uh, their humility keeps them from pop if somebody really needs it and I think that they're legit, yeah, I'll pop a live or whatever. I've done it for catchers and whoever before to get money for GoPros that they never fucking use. um yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know how else to handle it. And these people don't make a habit out of uh asking for help, you know what I mean? Oh, where was Opal at? Man, you guys are moving fast. Okay, Opal, I very much appreciate your positivity, but like some people really don't matter. If you let everybody's opinion matter, you'll drive yourself nuts. Um, but please continue to do what you do. It's all good. But no, not everybody matters to me. What's Jeff's what's his title today? I know there'll be 30 or 40 minutes of talk about mods and taking wrenches and giving wrenches back and blah blah blah. Um, but like, what's he whining about tonight? Jason Fellows did some dirty ass business. Yes, indeed he did. But Papa Fellows got him off. No pun. Yeah, probably isn't a that kind of shit seems to run in families, don't it? How do you guys feel about metal streams? Everybody else is playing bullshit music that I can't stand. Uh, we might do like I've got a 32-inch sound bar. I could probably I would have to hotspot. I don't know if I can hotspot from one phone to the other and go live at the same time, but I would have to hotspot from one phone to the old one and try to play the music. I don't know if that would work. I don't know if it's possible. The new clown documents are crazy too, but of course, he knows nothing about them. Yeah, FCC, I don't know which ones you're talking about. But like I know why he hides and puts all this shit in his disabled son's name. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You guys remember when Clown showed a video and said, "Oh, that's my son. You know, I arranged so he could play on stage with Green Day." That's not his son. You can do a simple Google search and find the kid's name. Uh, it takes a couple of clicks, but yeah. Sorry, Clown. You lied again, like you lied about everything else. But I know why he hides. Some of you do too. I'm waiting for somebody to pull up the child support because I know he was taking there were a few court dates about him and child support because he wasn't paying it, but uh somebody I know at least one person is supposed to be getting them, and it seems like some of us are all on the same trail, but we're working independently and all coming up with the same shit. you know, maybe we ought to work together and one of us work on the child support and one of us work on the other stuff that's popping up out there. Yeah, not to mention that I'm gonna start calling him Clownsy Moto because I don't know if he's ever shown himself walking on camera from the side, but let's just say that he's a hunchback. Angela G, all I have to work with is a phone. So it's like I don't have the ability to screen share unless you know a way of doing it, like if there's an app or something. But um, I'm like at a big disadvantage because I can't show you guys things that I'm talking about sometimes. Yeah, dead twist. There aren't very many real men around here, though. That's the thing, and these beta cuck males don't understand what it means to be a real man. What's going on, Section 15? Speaking of real men. Yeah, FCC, I did hear clown. Actually, yes, I put that clip up that um, a mysterious person threw threw in the Discord. We know who it was. You can take a bow and a round of applause if you like, because I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. But yeah, I made a short out of it. Clown talking about how he follows kids on social media. It, he says it's not illegal. I'll follow 10,000 kids if I want to. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not illegal, but the fact that he doesn't see what's wrong with it, I mean, that tells me everything I need to know right there. As long as I don't talk inappropriate, how do we know he's not talking inappropriate? I wouldn't be. I hope he gets fucking decoyed. I really do. That would be the most epic catch of all time. I know they don't talk about it. Uh, the how can I say this delicately? The catchers that don't go up on our panels and just are smart enough to not hang out here. Uh, I mean, they're here, they watch, but some of them, but they don't use their regular account anyway. Like they're aware of it. The big guys and girls, as I call them, they know all about it. You can hear the predator. Yeah, he does sound creepy. That's yeah. A lot of, especially females, say that his voice is creepy, and I thought so too. Julie, like, is that true? FCC that I mean, or are you just messing around? Sometimes I can't tell because you got to take that shit down quick because what'll happen is that they will porn bomb you and then hurry up and try to report it. So you got to hurry up and get it deleted before YouTube sees it. Even though it's not your fault, uh, they'll still nuke your channel for it. Julie is too old for clown. Right on, pull over. And when Jill and I were talking about meeting up, I was like, man, I'm kind of having an issue here with our age difference because I'm quite a bit older than she is. And I was just that was why when she said she was going to stop by here on her way to somewhere, um, I mean, originally she was gonna come to like where I live, and I started thinking about it. Man, I don't know about all that. So I suggested we meet someplace, and I mean, if I'm being honest, if she would have dropped down and started blowing me, I probably wouldn't have stopped it. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, "Oh, I have plenty of experience with older men. I know how to, whatever." Yeah, Damone, I know you are. Every channel owner that I've talked to, well, like we've all said the same thing, and I've heard, like I heard Locksmith talking about it the other night. He's burned out. I mean, the only reason I'm still going live is to give people a place to go. It's coming down these days. I'm saying no more than I'm doing it. I kind of the reason I was late tonight is because I was kind of him hawing around to see if somebody else would go. Yeah, dead twist. We are trying our best, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of tolerating Damone. So, um, and we will continue. Yeah, Juniper. Yeah, that's what we're. It's kind of what everybody's saying. Christy, you better say hello to FCC, or we're gonna have to sedate him again. Go put butter in your coffee. Is that a thing? I mean, if it's a thing, if it's, I might try it. I like butter and I like coffee. I usually like my coffee like I like my men, strong and black with a little bit of sugar. There, somebody can clip that. All right. I see you guys sending screenshots, but I can't open them up and look at them right now. I will do it uh, as soon as we're done here. Butter and coffee is fire. I'll have to try that. I never, in all my years in the woods, just drinking plain black coffee because I didn't want the extra weight of sugar. Uh, well, I don't usually carry. I carry butter powder with me, the dehydrated shit sometimes. But yeah, I might try that. It don't sound bad, really. It's like bacon. You can put bacon on anything. Ice cream. Um, yeah, I ate one of the survival classes I took. Like some of this shit, they're really extreme about things. So we weren't allowed to bring any food. Anything we ate had to come, uh, from nature. But I had a couple of accessory packets from they were civilian MREs, but kind of the same thing. Um, but I had a couple of packets of butter powder, and we were eating grub worms. So I fried up the grub worms in the I think I said in the butter powder, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. I hate to tell you, pull over, but if you're doing an exorcism with Ed and Lorraine Warren, I'm pretty sure you got to bring them back from the dead first, because aren't they no longer amongst the living? Ah, fuck you for for calling you out on your lies. Well, you only get away with shit for so long, and there are only so many really stupid sheep that believe your bullshit. Eventually somebody's going to catch on. Yeah, Sean, I'm pretty sure that the Warrens have. I mean, I guess they found out whether ghosts are real or not, right? Yeah, NTF, if you're still in here, I hope you still want to come up. And anybody can come up, but I'd really like to hear the people that run channels. I'd really like to hear their thoughts. I've already talked to some of you and heard you on other channels talking about it. Like, I think we all feel the same way. I mean, we're a whole different thing than what they have over there. Like, they're not really. Apparently, they're not really about um, the cause that we all got united under. Because there was a time when Clown would have been ran out on a rail and not have these Chomo sympathizers with him. What's going on, Matt? We're giving thoughts on. I just forgot what our thoughts are. Um, thoughts on like all this being burned out on going live and stuff. Uh, I think we all are. We all kind of feel the same way. And this shit here is not. We fell far from being part of the real predator catcher community a long time ago. I think now it's just bragging rights when somebody says it. They don't even donate to Alex. Yeah, that's bad too. How many times in one stream does Tommy say that he's done with the drama and then he talks on the drama for an hour? Yeah, he's been saying that shit for years, really. If he would have just stuck to, and I understand, people called him out on his bullshit and he wanted to defend himself. I get it, but if he would have just stayed off of the drama panels, he would not be having some of the legal problems he's having now. He never would have. Oh shit! Here we go. Hey, what do you want, stupid? All right, guys, I have a question. This white kitty is sporting a black tail. Is that cultural appropriation? Should it be accepted, or should we switch the tail back around to all white? Oh, you're pooping? You're supposed to go out in the field and bury it, dumbass. Here, I'll do what my kids used to do to me. Dad, are you in there pooping? Yeah. If anybody wants to save this stupid cat from the pot, hit me up. I'll be happy to stuff it in an envelope and mail it to you. Clean that shit up. Hey, there's little Tard. Hey, little Tard. You gotta say hi to your fans. They like you more than they like me. You can you can bet on that. I gotta get back to my charger. Thing is where my charger's in the back of the shop, and that's where the signal sucks. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hook up my battery pack. That might be better. All right, I gotta take my battery pack out of my whatever you call it. Get your shit together, Bill. People are watching. Take it. All right, 1 second. Wrong, 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 wrong. Way wrong answer. All right. Now maybe we'll be good for a while. Oh, what the fuck? I think this is my shit cable. Hold on. Sorry about this. You know how we are with our testicle difficulties. All right. We ought to be good now. Shit, man. Yo, I see you're sending me messages and screenshots and stuff, but I can't look at them right now. I'm well aware that that bitch ass clown force will not talk to me face to face. He blocked me from Instagram. Apparently, he can bully women and children, but he can't talk to a man. So you're welcome up here, clown, but I doubt you got the balls. We all know you can't get it up anymore. Someone dropped Damone's Cash App so he can get Jergens. Yeah, please, because you know that he's got them ashy elbows and knees and stuff. The government says smoking the Camel Crush butt is good for you. Huh. Well, if you just took that little capsule or whatever it is out and popped it in like a pill, I don't know, would that help you? I mean, cigarettes do have some some benefits, but the the bad stuff outweighs the good, so it's not good. What's that say? Ulrich Stormcuck. That sounds like a World War II German battalion name or something. Hang on one second, guys. Ed has no paperwork. Tommy and Clown have heavy ass paperwork. Yeah, that is a fact, FCC. Ed was never indicted with anything. If they were gonna do charges on Ed, they would have done them at the same time they did his drug stuff, and then they would have negotiated, you know, with a plea deal or whatever, and he would have got a lot more time. So yeah, and Ed was one of the first people in this community that I started talking to, and he never once made any kind of weird joke about anything like that. Like he never once like you know how you get gut feelings about people. Um, and never once did that happen. That's why I was shocked and in disbelief when I heard what you all heard at the same time you heard it. Why is Ryan terrified of a woman's touch? His balls probably never dropped. I mean, literally. Like Ryan don't look like he's hit puberty yet. Like, does he ever have 5 o'clock shadow? Does he shave? I don't know. Yeah, Clown was absolutely indicted. He claimed some bullshit video. Like he claimed that his son played on stage with Green Day, but you can do a little bit of a Google search and find that kid's name, and it's not his son. So yeah, Clown, you keep getting caught in lies. I don't know how these stupid people listen to you. Tommy said in his chit chat today that he hopes he's getting money from his lawsuit. How the fuck is he going to get money? He's the one getting sued. I don't think Tommy understands law stuff. Like he probably only half paid attention and doesn't realize that the money's not going to him. So, I mean, I hereby declare that them fuckers over there are not part of us. They are the enemy and should be treated as such. Since when do we support? I mean, there's a lot less. And jerk offs like Haystack came at Ed. There was a lot less about him than there is about Clown. And hey, where's the outrage? You two-faced hypocrite motherfuckers. No spine, blah, blah, blah. And found out that he not only has adult sex crimes, but also has juvenile sex offenses also. I I heard you guys were did you guys confirm that, Matt? Because I was told the same thing, but uh I've not seen any actual proof. Okay, I'm only kitchen parts of conversations. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. It was in court today? Oh, I didn't know that. We have 600 catches, and you've been drunk for 597 of them. Well, there's probably been a couple early in the morning, so it was stated by prosecution in court this morning that Jason has juvenile sex offenses along with the adult ones he's dealing with now. Yeah, it don't surprise me. It's like, well, if that's in somebody, it seems like it's in them for life, whether they were born that way or like something happened to them to make them that way. It just like it never. It just like it's always there, and it does seem to run in families. It's probably runs in families because one generation does it to the next generation, and that generation does it to the next generation, and it just keeps going. He Googled lesbians kissing. Well, come on, who hasn't? I mean, I've I've Googled lesbians kissing. Come on, or something, and that's what violated his probation. His probation officer threw him all the way under the bus, and just still gave him a huh. Yeah, when you're on probation for something like that, you're not even supposed to look at big boy porn. Sometimes they're not even supposed to be on the internet at all. No, Matt, it's okay since it's his brother. It'll get a pass. His probation officer wanted him in prison. It's probably where he belongs. Well, I mean, that's definitely where he belongs. The BDSM is the troubling part. Little fuck trying to get ideas what's next. Well, I mean, adult BDSM, I mean, as long as everybody's consenting, you don't do anything against anybody's will is the point is the thing. If it's two consenting adults, there's no problem. But I think you're onto something there where he was trying to get ideas, and God knows how old that kid would be. You know, these guys they're addicted to that kind of shit. Like porn is an addiction, or it can be, and it is for a lot of people. And they cannot. I mean, it's just like a smoker or a heroin addict or an alcoholic. They cannot stop without without help, forced help most of the time, and like they just yeah, you're best off. And when I was younger, I especially when the internet was new, and all of a sudden you could get any kind of fucked up porn that you wanted, lesbian porn, firefighter, homemade, furry, lesbian, strap-on porn, whatever you want. Not that I'm into that, but uh, you just you younger fellas, you're better off just staying away from it. I don't care how lonely you are, because whatever fucked up thing you're into, and I know I've said this a million times, if you get used to that being your sex thing all the time, when you meet a girl, if she's into it, great, you got it made. I mean, and there are a lot of ladies that are, but if she don't want to do the fucked up things that you're accustomed to seeing, you're just going to be disappointed. The fart. God damn it! I was starting to say the part, and then I saw Locksmith's name, and then I started thinking about farts for whatever reason. um, the part that scared the fuck out of you was when they told the story about him videoing her giving him oral, and she asked him to stop taping it, and he proceeded to choke her. Holy shit! Yeah, that's not consenting. If they tell you to knock some, if they tell you to knock some shit off, then knock it off. If she agrees to playing just the tip, I mean, we all know what that's about, but really, keep it to just the tip unless she starts doing the work. Didn't Tommy show CP? Yeah, actually, FCC. That's what they said of a child getting choked. Oh man, yeah. I want maybe there's a connect. Maybe I don't know. It's plausible. Got no problem with BDSM, but it has to be consenting between two or more. Hey, I like that. I like where you're going with this. Yeah, it's about consent. That's where your safe words and signals come in handy. Have it drinking 89 months. Holy shit, that's pretty good. I don't know what that is in dog years, but I appreciate it, Matt. I do. I mean, I'm into the BDSM thing, and my my favorite ex-old lady. We were known to share the girl, an occasional extra girl every now and then. Um, it's a good time, but if somebody says stop or they say their safe word or they're just not into it, then you know you either deal with it and tolerate a vanilla old lady, which if she has other qualities that you know kind of supersede that, then it's okay. But yeah, either accept what she's not into or move on. He corrected it to 8 or 9 months. Okay, that makes more sense. Macaroni time. Hey, whatever you're into. Chili safe. Where's the N word? Well, I tell you what, I'm not a fan of Patty Mayo because, like, if he would have just came out and said it was fake from the beginning, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But he was trying to make people believe that he was a real bounty hunter, kind of like somebody else, Jason, in this community that I know. Um, but there's a if you look up Patty Mayo and pineapple juice, you can probably put that into YouTube. There's a skit in there that's funny as fuck. He's chasing this black dude around trying to handcuff him. He's the black dude's going, "My safe word is pineapple juice." It's funnier than fuck. I don't know why I'm standing in the middle of the road. Probably not very smart. Something's watching us. Yeah, there's a few good ones out there. I don't watch a whole lot of bounty hunter stuff myself because it's I've been there, done that. Unless I'm critiquing somebody that isn't doing it right. But yeah, there are some really good ones out there. And don't like dog. I mean, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Um, I know people that have worked with him like a lot. And they say that he's not really the dumb book that he looks like on TV. It's because of the producers and the editing and stuff. But yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter and pretty much every bounty hunting TV show kind of gives people the wrong idea about stuff. If you guys are throwing around donos, you can throw some my way. I promise you it will not go to a good cause. I can guarantee it'll just go in my pocket. Oh no, they are very good. Yeah, that Andrew Lester thing. Uh, they are very good at what they do. I mean, well before the TV show came along, Dog had like 8,000 or 10,000, way more than I would ever have dreamed of getting. Right? They're very good at what they do. I'm just saying that the TV show kind of makes things look bad. You know what I mean? It just I don't know how to explain it if you haven't really done it, but um, yeah. And something else that they don't tell you is behind the cameras. Um, like both Colorado and Hawaii, they all use pretty much everybody uses reserve officers that don't get paid. Um, but when they find out Dog's in town, it's like they all show up, but they all stand behind the cameras. You know what I mean? So you don't see them, and like that's another reason why it makes things look a certain way. I didn't have that benefit. Come back, man. What happened in here? I don't know. Uh, I trust my mods for the most part, but I cannot on StreamYard. I can't see if somebody's getting banned or timed out or what. But yeah, what's going on, LB? Oh, was Matt live today? I remember something about a sarcastic dox. I don't think I got a notification from Matt because most of the time I don't turn my phone on until about noon, and he usually gets going earlier than that. Um, but I go back through and check the notifications to see if there's anybody I wanted to see. Um, I don't remember seeing Matt in there though, so I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I like Matt's streams. Sometimes the music he opens up with, like I love blues, and he usually has his shit together. Unlike me. All right, Matt, I'll check it out. Did Sabby just get deleted? Not that I know of. What the fuck is going on, guys? Think she got time. Okay, I don't know. When you're on StreamYard, you can't tell what's going on. What's going on, Bat Mom? NCF, are you still wanting to come up here? I'd really like to hear from some of the channel owners. I mean, anybody can jump up here, but I think we all kind of feel the same way. Took some notes on the court proceedings today. Just gave a roundabout idea of what happened, but you'd like to go a little bit more in depth. Yeah, that's cool, man. Better you than me. I'm not into doing actual work when it comes to this shit. What's going on, Great White? Oh, it was an accident. All right. Accidents are cool. If I had a dime for every time I was nodding off at the wheel and my thumb accidentally timed somebody out, I'd probably have about $30. No, it wasn't an accident. Oh, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But apparently Tommy is selling the work van if anybody wants to buy a business. It's $70,000 for the truck and squeegees. Huh. Yeah, fuck that. The only thing you gave money to CPP for was a hoodie, and it sucked. So you're not welcome, Ta. Oh shit. Them's just fighting words. Damn it, Bat Mom. That's what we talked about. Yeah. I remember that we had talked about something. It was about that fucking hoodie. All right. I totally spaced that off. I'm sorry. I was gonna get you an address to send it to that wasn't mine, but I failed. I'm a failure. We can still do it though. I just bought a double barrel 12 gauge not too long ago. They get angry if you put out a record. Yeah. Yeah, don't do anything that's gonna risk legal trouble for you. it would be a damn shame though if somebody put up anonymous fuck that that word secretly anonymously uh be a shame if somebody put that stuff out on an anonymous YouTube channel. We can't help it if somebody sent us the link. Did anyone ask Ta about his brother today? I don't know because I don't watch Ta. Well, you keep going off Rick and you'll actually be running out your old lady. Yeah, Matt, you're probably right. They probably would shut it down. I've been watching this judge lately, and for fuck's sake, I can't remember his name, but sometimes he doesn't wear he doesn't wear a robe, and sometimes he wears a bow tie, and he just looks like a little dweeb, but uh, he's pretty hardcore sitting behind a desk with a gavel. For fuck's sake, I can't remember his name, but he's entertaining if nothing else. I mean, I think he's fair, but if you fuck up, I mean, he will damn sure go after you. Yeah, Juniper, it's all your fault. I mean, it might not actually be your fault, but I'm blaming it on you. I can see you wax on. All right. Why don't we all just sit in a circle? I'll build a fire. I'll get the guitar out, and we'll just not talk. We'll just sing. Uh, Fuck that kumbaya shit. We'll sing some death metal. That way, y'all can scream your lungs out and feel better. Yeah, I like Judge Boyd too. Yeah, and I know that skinny black guy with the glasses you're talking about. Yeah, one of the channels I watch, it has Judge Boyd and the guy with the bow tie on it. It shows both of them. Thank you for the 102. Oh shit! Actually, I got a dono. Hold on, let me look and see if I can. Guys, when you send donos, please like the first thing on there, let me know whether you do or don't want shouted out because I accidentally shouted somebody out and uh, read the note later, and they said, "Please don't tell anybody." Like, fuck. So yeah, I think I deleted that stream. Okay, all right, yo, I see your fuck, man. Everybody's sending screenshots, but I can't look at them right now. But I will when I'm done here. I appreciate it. And shout out. Well, fuck, I don't know. No, I'm not. Thank you for the dono. I don't think I want to shout your name out because it's your real name. Time served. Yes, Batmom. Thank you. That's one of the channels that I watch. I think Batmom and I have kind of a subliminal connection. I feel sorry for her. Yeah, what happened in TF? I'm lost, guys. I have to keep fast forwarding because the chat's moving too fast. So I'm completely lost about what's going on. You got it handled? All right, cool. Still get everybody gets doxxed by Jillian, Clown, and Nanya. It makes them feel powerful because they ain't shit in real life. It's the only way they can feel like they are. So you know what I mean? It's all they got. All right, Angela. The only time I need screenshots from this chat is if you have to ban somebody, um, over a dox or whatever. Because sometimes they come back and say, "Why was I banned?" And if I have the screenshot, then I'll know because sometimes they lie about it. So to chat here, you have to show NTF respect. Yeah, wax on, you do. Uh, I don't mind a little subtle punching, but we try to keep things chilling here. I like to advertise the chillest chats in the business, but uh, I don't think that's exactly true. Damn, Sabby got into the tequila. Oh man, yeah. Like I can drink whiskey all night and be fine, but tequila makes me naked. I can't like what I can drink about anything and just be I'm usually a pretty happy drunk. Uh but tequila just turns me into a naked pussy, so I try to avoid it. Shout out to your mom for the 100. Hey, your mom gave me 100 also. So yeah, shout out to your mom. In other news, it's good to see Jay come back around with some catches. All right, NTF, are you still planning on coming up? Because I'm dying up here. Your toilet smells like meth and steam. Huh, interesting. I don't think I've been close enough to semen. I mean, like, I haven't had my face close enough to it to know if it actually has a smell. Hey, what's going on, Danielle? Speaking of beautiful motherfuckers. I tell you what, y'all. If Danielle said we're gonna run away together, but you can never go on YouTube again, I'd do it. I'm not even making that up. Oh shit. Best thing that could happen for him is for Ryan and Wolf to not do catches with him. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I, Jay is in like 3 classes above them, so yeah. Cal K. Are you Cal L or used to be Cal L? Are you the same person? Where's Locksmith? He's here or was here. He's probably locked in Sabby's basement, is my guess. Anyone have Cash App for Bill? Shauna, I do appreciate the donos, but like I'm not really uh I don't know. Most of the time when I talk about hitting my Cash App, I don't drop it unless I'm trying to piss somebody off. It's a secret. Ah, shit. All right, sorry about that. Certain somebody got fired from Taco Bell for stealing hot sauce on her. Wants to say she got fired because somebody called on her. Hmm. Hey, when I was in high school, I worked at Denny's slash Howard Johnson's. I actually did a live stream from that building's abandoned and there's a gas station that's abandoned. And I did a little bit of urban exploring, but I privated that one. I can't remember why I privated it, but anyway, I worked at Denny's when I was in high school. Um, and yeah, there were a lot of drugs. I wasn't into drugs at the time, but there was a lot of drugs being done in that freezer. Like one thing I did do was when we get in the, this is why I don't eat at Denny's anymore, but we would get shipments of the aerosol whipped cream. What's it called? But anyway, the propellant in there is nitrous oxide. So when we get a new shipment in, like we would open up the entire crate, and that first hit that comes out is nitrous oxide, and you get higher and fuck for about 20 seconds. You remember why? Why did I private it, Jenny? Well, maybe you shouldn't say here. I remember, I know I private. It's still there, but um, no, actually, yeah, I do remember now. If I knew how to edit, I would just take that part out and put it up. I mean, by now everybody knows what I look well, and not really because they keep putting up. Clown keeps putting up pictures of people saying that they're me that aren't me. Yeah, Matt, I remember now. Um, I thought it was a pretty cool video though, so maybe I'll just take that part out, or ask my naughty assistant to take that part out, or somebody, and I don't know. But it's, the time zone goes right to the middle of that gas station. Is why we went into it. Well, you did it anyway. Hey, thank you, Shauna. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And actually, it probably go to help somebody out from the community because there are a couple of people that um, don't want me to mention their business, but one of them is because of the not having power because of the hurricane, and like all their food went bad and they had to replace it and needed a little bit of help. Yeah, I remember Jenny T. I walk because I don't. My reflection doesn't show up in a mirror, and it freaked people out. So I figured it was best to not show that. So I'll repeat it again. If I was starving, I get on here and I ask for donos, mostly to piss certain people off, or to prove a point. But if I was starving, I wouldn't fucking ask for nothing. I wouldn't tell anybody. And a couple of people that reached out for help, um, like they have enough humility and enough pride that they won't either. Um, and I was able to give one of them a little bit more. This community's been very generous to me, so I don't mind. Um, one of them I gave a little bit more than they asked for, but the second one also needed some help, so I didn't have enough left to give them all they needed, and they don't need very much. Um, and they don't want their business out there. It's embarrassing. But if you're interested in helping them, if you want to DM me, I will have to ask them I'm not holding it. I'm not doing that thing where you give me money and I give. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I'm not holding somebody else. So I'm not doing it. Um, but I'll talk to them and see if it's okay if I put you two directly in contact, and then the rest of it is none of my business. If they still need the help, um, yeah, if that's something you're interested in, you can DM me. Do not send me money to give to them because I don't want any part of that. But speaking of hurricane, it has oh shit, it moved. I say Ed was live like very early this morning. Um, I've not talked to him, but he was live last night, right, guys? It wasn't last night. No, fuck no, LB. No, I'm not a gatekeeper of anything. I will just put people together that you know. Uh, no, I'm not, and I'm not doing this on a regular basis either. It's weird, man, when people find your YouTube channel. This is why I took my Instagram off of my bio because they'll hit you up, or they'll hit you up right in the comment section. I always delete them, but they'll say, "Hey, I'm in some, I got medical this, and my dog's sick, and my mom's a crackhead." Blah blah. I know LB. It's all good. Um, but they have this story, and they'll have the GoFundMe set up, and I have no way of verifying if any of it's true. If it's somebody I know and I can verify that it's true, then yeah, I don't mind. You know, I'll put that out there, but it's unreal how many of them hit you up. Yeah, people are their power's down and it's hot, so they can't run their air conditioners, and so they lost all their food and had to replace it, and now they have to buy ice, and nobody. When you live out here where I do, you have to stay prepared all the time because if a tornado or a blizzard or whatever takes everything out, which does happen from time to time, you can be stuck in one spot for a couple of weeks before they get you dug out. Like if all the telephone poles go down and they got to bring crews in from other states, uh, you're going to be stuck for a while. He gets who's been banned in almost every stream. Who are you guys talking about? Who's getting banned? Locke. Oh well, Locke still has a wrench in here, so he's not banned from this channel. You didn't really lose anything except sex. Damn it! I got sex on my mind. Ever since Danielle hopped in here, I've been thinking about it. All right, back to business. Yeah, that's the thing. If you just don't open your deep freezer, they'll be okay for quite a while. I mean, we're lucky because we can have like we can have like I have two. What are they? 54,000 with the 6,000 surge. I have two generators, so I can power the whole house if I need to. Yes, Danielle, I'm looking at you. But if you live in an apartment or something, you don't have that luxury. So, and out here, like the neighbors, we take care of each other. The farmers have their big equipment they can help you dig out with or whatever. All right, Juniper, take it easy. And that's another positive to having 10,000 cats is you always have protein. All right, NTF, I guess you're not coming up then, huh? Tell you, my mom can shake and bake a kitten like nobody's business. All right, Shauna, you take it easy. Mm, something else I was going to ask, like, is Ray officially gone again, or is he just laying low? Because I think he realized that he came back to the wrong side. I haven't seen bad guy around either. Dr. Banana. Oh yeah, I think he's been live for a while, section. Go fuck with him if you want to. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I said what I gotta say. Ray's just doing what Ray does, you think? Well, I mean, honestly, I think he found out that he didn't have as much pull as he thought he did. And I agree with Ray on some things, like Jonathan. I banned Jonathan from here a long time ago. And when I see Jonathan up on a panel, most of the time I leave because I got no stomach for him. Oh yeah, Ray. I know was talking to a few people all along. Ray was more horny when JT to see the case scenes. Yeah, you might be onto something there, Charlie Brown. No, section. He for as long as he keeps getting attention, he will never straighten himself up. It's all he knows. Yeah, LB, I'm with you on that. When I was up on Locksmith's panel, and Ray came up, I told him I agreed with him on the Jonathan stuff, but there were some other things that we needed that we would talk about another time. And like he didn't want me talking about it live, so and I knew he would because I was told that's how he does things. He called me like immediately after I got off that panel. He called and he asked me, "So do you think I was watching the stuff when I was gone?" I said, "Yep," and he denied it, but yeah, like why would he care what I think? Ray shaved his nuts and made a weird mustache out of his pubes. Huh. Well, I mean, really, like what guy hasn't done that at one time or another, Yeah, there's a lot of fake people around here. Like they'll tell you one thing in DMs, like, "Well, I'm gonna ban this person, I'm gonna ban that person, and blah blah blah." But then when you watch their stream, that person is fucking right there in the chat, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So don't tell me that doesn't happen because I've had that exact experience. You know who's in my DMs? The wrenches never lie. LB, well, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Most of my mods I are mods because I've had and I'll get you wrenched up, LB. I just uh yeah, I was thinking about that already anyway. Most of my mods I've had like one-on-one conversations with, or they've been around for a very long time. And then you have some like White Claw that apparently we've known each other for a while, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but uh, I had to mod White Claw because they kept getting timed out, or no, banned. They kept getting banned, so and I didn't want that. And the only reason Dead Twist is modded is because he sent me dick pics. If you really, I mean, when I say shit like, if you send me titty pics, I'll give you a wrench. Like that's never really actually okay. Yes, some ladies here have sent me their boobs, but that's not why they have wrenches. Some of them sent me them after I gave them a wrench, but they're not the two aren't related. I don't really do that. Um, you can't buy a wrench, and people have actually offered me money for a wrench, um, and I don't do that either. Okay, all right. So, all right. I've given a few wrenches out for titty pics. Okay, you caught me. I didn't know y'all were gonna fucking rat me out. Oh shit, got another one. Hey, thank you. Y'all that are sending donos, I really do. I really do appreciate it. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it anyway. You pull up a that'll do it, Charlie Brown. A gram will get you a wrench. Indeed, it will. Actually, Charlie Brown, you've been up here on panel before, right? As I recall. Angela definitely. Nope, nope. Angela has not. No, she has not. We all appreciate random. Yeah, that's like sometimes, like even if I haven't been live, like sometimes there are uh, people around here that will just I don't know, they just hit my cash app for no apparent reason, and it's makes me feel good. Right on, Charlie. Yeah, I thought I'd seen you up. You're welcome up anytime. Where is Miss Peppermint? I think she was in here earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Go to bed, Junie. Nothing cool's gonna happen here. Peppermint Patty's probably getting that football ready. I thought you was going to bed too, NTF or something. Got me all worked up saying you were gonna hop up here, and then you abandoned me. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Alex had three Preds flake. That's a hard one to say fast. Alex had three Preds flake thus far on this trip, and they spent 9 hours looking all over Vegas today. I think they are gonna recoup and try again tomorrow. Sometimes that's all you can do. I tell you what, I talked to Alex when he was first getting going. I I talked to that boy quite a bit. He never would take any of my advice, but he's doing this shit now that I try to get him to do doesn't matter. But I will say that he found a hell of a job to have right off right out of the gate, right out of high school. I mean, he gets to travel all over the country, uh, doing a good thing and getting paid for it. And I hope he gets paid well. But yeah, he found a hell of a thing. Yeah, speaking of witchcraft, if whoever has my voodoo doll could just kind of give me a little gentle rub, I'd appreciate that. Clown is doxing Vic now, full address. That don't surprise me. Um, Vic's been on like every summer he loses his mind. I've said this the last 2 years. This will be the third year, and every summer Vic gets on one, and uh, Vic knows where Clown's at. Clown's trying to say no, no, we know where he's at. Exodus 22:18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Thing is, though, like the so-called witches and stuff nowadays, like they don't know how to be the real deal. Like the biblical kind of stuff, like it's all play acting. Like they don't really have. If they did, it would be, you know, it there shall not be. Oh, I remember this one. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth deviation, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. For rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, and subordinates is an iniquity and idolatry. There's a lot of truth in that, because you hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Yeah, real witches are bad. I agree, but the so-called witchcraft today, like it doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? It's all a LARP. I don't know how to. You know what I mean? It's like they don't really. They're fooling themselves and other people. Kind of like a lot of so-called Christians that claim to be Christians, but in fact, there's one of them live right now. They are far from being real. You know, it goes both ways. Witchcraft, hatred. Well, I'm fucked on the hatred part. I try not to hate because it takes a lot of energy, at least the way I do it, but like it's still in me. Never gotten a random dono ever, and it's on your about page. Well, you don't go live all that much though, Jenny T. You gotta you gotta put yourself out there, show a little leg. You show a little leg, that's how I started getting donations. Ignorance is bliss. That's why I don't watch any of these motherfuckers. If you don't know what they're saying, it can't piss you off. I haven't met the right witch. Yeah. I'm sure there's probably real ones out there, but most of it's fake. Most of it is a gimmick. People make money off of it. They sell books. Um, yeah, I've known, especially when you're younger and you meet a lot of people that are into that kind of thing, and they all think that they can put a spell on you or curse you or whatever. And I've had plenty of them put on me, and I was already cursed. I was cursed from birth. These motherfuckers ain't doing shit. Hanging out in cemeteries and playing with Ouija boards. And granted, I saw some fucked up things with a Ouija board, and I was some bad shit. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. I lived through the satanic panic. I was persecuted for real. 30 years ago, would you hear people arguing for witchcraft? Yeah. Actually, I mean, I had friends or associates or whatever that, uh, you know, hanging out in cemeteries, playing with Ouija boards, and saying that they are witches and mediums and all this other bullshit. But very few of them are the real deal. Now, yeah, definitely though. See, here is um, there is a lot of truth in the Bible. Like if you read Revelations, it'll scare the fuck out of you when you line it up with some shit that's going on now. Um, them wanting to transition kids and passing laws to make it possible without the parents' consent. That is some devil shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the thing. Is these fortune tellers and mediums or whatever. Some of them believe they're bullshit. I mean, some of them really believe it, but for the most part, they're just there to scam people. Give me $20 and I'll tell you your future. Oh shit, something bad's going on in your. I need another $100 to stop it. Oh, this is causing. Oh man, this is really draining me. I'm gonna need another 200. You get the fuck out of here. And they scam people for like all they've got. People thought that Dungeons and Dragons was a big thing when I was, in high school or whatever. And I liked it just for the art. In fact, I still have an original Dungeons and Dragons art book from the 80s. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth anything or not, but I just liked it for the art. Uh, but some people like they would have these preachers come in and speak to our school or speak to our church, and they would be like, "Oh, this Dungeons and Dragons thing, it's a gateway to hell. Um, I'm here to educate you. Never mind that they paid me $1,000 to speak." Yeah. And then, of course, they sell their books and their tapes and stuff. Um, but most of it's not, and oh man, it's a huge subject. But like LaVeyan Satanists don't even believe in Satan, you know. Then you have the Crowley type of stuff. And I believe that it's possible that that motherfucker actually knew something. And he definitely was doing some evil shit. So I definitely believe in evil. We know that that's real. But at the same time, the saying goes that the greatest trick that the devil ever played was convincing people that he didn't exist. Which is why I have a problem with the King James Bible. I mean, King James had secret gay lovers, and they condemned homosexuality. Um, so wouldn't it be just like the devil to have somebody like that rewrite the Bible? Because they left a lot of books out. And if you go and read the books they left out, there's some pretty revealing stuff in there too. Like Judas had his own book. People think that he went and killed himself right away after he betrayed Jesus, but he didn't do it right away. That happened like years later. And then there's the book of Barnabas, and there's just all kinds of them. So wouldn't it be just like the devil to rewrite the Bible and have things left out and to change things? Because back then all the books were all spread out. You had different kinds of Christians reading. They all had their one book. And King James and his church decided we're gonna. The people did not want the King James Bible when it first came out. But most people could not read, so they had to rely on whatever the priest was telling them the Bible said. And they did not want the King James Bible. They resisted it. And their Bibles were actually taken away and destroyed. Um, yeah, it's just I do believe in God, but I have a problem with what man says that God said. And I think things like witchcraft and fortune telling, I do think that it's a distraction to keep people from noticing the truth and what's really going on, just like a lot of other things. Yeah, there's a lot of hypocrisy and all. They pray to Mary and statues of Mary. That's idolatry in itself. So I don't know what their excuse is for that, but uh, churches churches are mostly about controlling people, and it's not necessarily um, about God. It's about control. I mean, if y'all can find a spell that'll make Danielle fall in love with me, then I'll believe it. No, you don't need a church. A church can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be a building designated to it. There she is, Chapa's Beach. Hey, I like it. I like it. Yeah, well, yeah, you probably should run, Danielle. Sabby's not wrong on that one. Christian, yeah, yeah, Christmas was taken. Jesus wasn't born in December. He was born like in October. We know that because his Mary and Joseph were on their way to pay taxes, and they have written records of when the taxes were due. So, and yeah, the Christmas holiday was taken from at least the Christmas holiday that people recognize was taken from a pagan religion originally. And then you have Christmas was really, I mean, not originally, but it kind of got hijacked. Christmas is supposed to celebrate the birth of Jesus, but then you add Santa Claus into it, and that's a distraction to keep people from seeing what the Christians say that it's about. I mean, it's convoluted, but when you talk about Christmas, most people think about presents and getting together and eating too much and pissing off your family. That's what Christmas is to most people, but I had her a life insurance. At first, she said I had you a paracord. So I don't know. It's hard to find. It's to know what the real, actual truth is that happened 2,000 years ago. But there is a lot to be said. Uh, there is still a lot to be said for the King James Bible. I just, I mean, the 40, I can't remember, it was 42 or 44 people that translated the Bible. Um, like their writings are still around, and even they said that they couldn't all agree on what the Bible was supposed to say because some things were hard to translate. Like the Virgin Mary, the word virgin that they translated it from, it could just mean a young woman. It doesn't necessarily mean she had never been fucked. You know, she might have had a train run on her at some point. Who knows? Um, I mean, she did cheat on her husband with an angel. And if that was her husband, why was she still holding out? Why weren't they fucking? You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, there's a lot of mistranslations in there. But it sounds more mystical when you say, "Hey, she was a virgin and she got pregnant." I mean, think about it being Joseph, right? You're married to this chick and she will not fuck you, and all of a sudden she's like, "I'm pregnant," and you're like, "What the fuck? You won't fuck me, but you're fucking some other guy?" Oh, no, 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 no! It's God. It's an angel. An angel got me. This is God's son. This is. Don't be mad. I wasn't really cheating. This is God's son, and like Jacob fell for it. I just, I don't get it. Dancing around a fire naked is not in itself inherently a bad thing. And another problem I had growing up, and I was never good enough for their church or whatever, which I think is what fucked up my head to begin with. But I would ask questions. Okay, if God is inherently good, but he was a real motherfucker in the Old Testament. Like if people pissed him off, like he would just level the whole city, you know, uh, and allow little 3-year-old girls to get bone cancer, right? So how can he be inherently good and do that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. And then their answer was always like, well, we aren't meant to understand some things. Our minds just are not meant to know the answers. Like what kind of fucking bullshit cop out answer is that? You know? It was banned again. I don't know. Was she Savvy banned again? Somebody's I can't tell on StreamYard. No, she wasn't. Okay. I will tell you, YouTube has been there's a lot of times where I'm not even saying anything stupid, and my comments won't show up either. So YouTube's been like that for a while. And God gives us these urges and desires, and it says, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make you extremely horny, but you can't fuck anybody till you're married." I just, you know what I mean? There's, I don't know. Maybe my mind is too small to understand it, but it just, I don't know. I have my own relationship with God, whether it's right or wrong. I don't know. I've done some pretty fucked up things. I'm going to hell anyway. You know what I mean? And I don't really believe in that thing where you can be a complete asshole your whole life and then right as you're dying, like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, I know I've been an asshole my whole life," but you know what I mean? It just, I mean, by that theory, you could you could pray one time and say, God, I'm an asshole. I'm going to continue to be an asshole, but please forgive me. It just, I don't know. No, Sabby, I don't have any reason to private it. At least not yet, unless something happens, you know. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm leaving it up. Don't blame God for my poor. I'm not blaming God. I'm asking why. All right, yo. I think I'm about done with this shit for the night. No, dead twist. Mercy would be putting my ass down. That would be the merciful thing. Look, dead twist. I was raised Southern Baptist. I had it shoved down my throat my entire life until I got out of the house, and I'm just done with it. I have my own belief. I have my own relationship with God. It just doesn't line up with what a lot of other people think. Um, I mean, I've been an atheist. Uh, I believe that there is intelligent design. There has to be something. There's too many intricate things that had to happen to create life. There's too many things. There's too many things that just line up. So I do believe in a God, but I just don't believe in it the way most people do. I'm I'm more of a deist. If you can classify me as anything, I'm more of a deist than anything. All right, twist. You can whisper scripture into my ear while you're getting me from behind. How about that? Yeah, and that's another thing. You got so many religions, and they all think they're the right one, but like, how the fuck are we supposed to know? I've done a lot of studying of religion on my own. I'm certainly not an expert, but I've read a lot of the Dead Sea. I mean, no, of course not the actual ones, but the translations of the Dead Sea Scrolls. I read a lot of that shit, and other things too. I mean, Jesus was a real dude. The Romans kept very good records of the people that they executed, and he's on there. So, but there are also stories of uh, I forget if it was Barnabas or Jude. It was Judas' book, maybe. I don't remember. One of the books. There's a story where this little girl, she made a sculpture of something in sand, and Jesus called it an idol, and he just killed her on the spot. I mean, there's stories like that in there too. And then Sodom and Gomorrah, God said, find one person that agrees with me, and he couldn't. So God just nuked them all. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't make sense. Hey, what is up, Richard B? How are you doing, man? Nice to see you around. It's been a while. Yeah, I was gonna convert to Judaism. I mean, I got the circumcision and I bought a Yamaha and everything, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, Richard, you always show up like right. I think you do it on purpose. You wait right until the end, and then you say something. I'm pretty sure you do it on purpose just to fuck with me. Oh, definitely for sure. There's a handful of families that actually run the world, and they have for a very long time. You always got to follow the money. The Rothschilds. Yep. God, this place is a cesspool. 288 clown got you blocked. Someone tell sweet baby Ray who you are is none of his business, please. Well, truth matters. That about the best I can do is read your comment out loud and post it up here. Yeah, clown blocks a lot of people. If you notice, 90% of clowns chat is people talking in alts because they're too ashamed to be in there on their real accounts. Plus, anybody that rolls with clown is not welcome here. Yeah, truth matters. That's a fact. He was playing my stream earlier, but I think he switched to Jeff's. But yeah, he's definitely like the dude has a sad life. And if he wasn't a chomo, I would feel sorry for him. Ray's always trying to figure out who people are. Like he cons people into telling them their real names and shit, which is what happened to Tommy Boy. And other people have freaked out because, and I've seen this myself, though he denies it. You know, somebody will show up in chat in an account that's not their name, and I will see Ray say, "Hey," and then say their first name, but I know who they are, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's not cool." And after this shit happened with Tommy Boy, I had tons of people hitting me up scared to death because he knows who they are too. Oh, truth matters. You're lucky I read that whole thing. You're lucky I read that whole thing, or you came very close to getting nuked, my guy or girl. I don't know who you are either. Yeah, that's another thing. The Bible says you're not supposed to eat animals with cloven hooves, but damn, I love my bacon. I would risk going to hell just for that. Oh, you're all right. Truth matters until I see otherwise. Brain combined with massive smoking of drugs, as FCC calls it. The song was what popped into your head. Yeah, smoking drugs is not it's not good. Even though I've been known to do it. I mean, if we aren't supposed to be on drugs, why are our brains wired uh, to accept the effects of certain plants? Like we have opioid receptors, then we have poppies. Why are our brains designed to match with that shit? Like with cannabinoids, um, speed, everything. How do people know that these plants are going to make them feel a certain way? Like, did they go through and just dry out everything and smoke it until they found something that felt good? I, I think our brains just know. Um, Truth Matters has Ray been around recently? Because I don't think anybody's seen him for a while, unless he's popped up and I don't know about it. He heard Clown has charges for three separate crimes. Yeah, at least that much. He had the one for touching the kid. He's been in trouble for meth, child support. I think there's some other stuff in there too, but I'm not I don't have all of the paperwork yet. Somebody's supposed to be finding that shit for us. I think we have two different groups of people looking that shit up. Um, and plus, I've been talking to somebody that so far everything they've told me has turned out to be right. It's somebody uh, that knows Clown. Here comes alive with is it they are they fish tanking me again? I hate to disappoint him, but I'm getting ready to hang this up pretty soon. I've been trying to. It's just we're in the middle of about three different conversations. Julie can't stay away from. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, crimes against. Okay. We had we knew that we had the paperwork. Somebody else dug it up. But years ago, Clown was indicted and charged with. It just said it didn't. I don't think it said the age of the girl, but uh, one time he said it was a 14-year-old. He said he would take a 14-year-old. He said he took a 14-year-old to the bathroom and fucked her in the ass. And then later on, he said it was a 3-year-old. So there's probably more than one. I don't really know exactly. And then he's been in trouble for meth and child support. And somebody's supposed to be digging up the child support papers, but I don't know if they got them yet. There's probably more than that. That was when he got charged with touching a kid. That was in like '03 or '06 something. I don't remember the exact year, but he's a Rays and Clowns. I don't. Yeah, I don't understand how, especially a catcher, can run with somebody like that. What's up, Warbot? That one that went to Hawaii, whatever, to get away from. Yeah, yeah. He uses that for sympathy. My wife got killed. They weren't married. And then he says, "Oh, I should have been with her." Well, he wasn't with her because they didn't want him there. Like he was sponging off of her, and then after she died, he fucking squatted in her apartment until they ran him out. She filed that. I don't have a way to show it to you, but she had actually filed a restraining order against him in like '96. I don't remember what year she died, but uh, yeah, yeah. That's all the fucking thing he does for sympathy. She didn't want him anymore. Yeah, I saw her state. I think it's up on Ed's channel. I don't know if it's still up or not, but Ed did a stream about it and showed the paperwork. Did Clown fall? Yeah, with the mind, did Clown fall in love? He probably did. Yes, that was another thing. Um, he has a son, but if you do the math, he was 30. What was it, 30? Was he 30 or 40? I think 30. And she was only like 16. Like if you do the math on when his kid was born, um, yeah, he got a 16-year-old pregnant. He was 30, right? Was he 30 or 40? I don't remember now, but yeah, he got a 16-year-old pregnant. That's how he got a son. That's another thing he's lying about. He said that his son played on stage with Green Day and he set the whole thing up and all this shit. And he showed a video, but it, you only have to do a couple little things on Google to find that kid's name, and it's not his kid. Disgusting CPP and Ray. Yeah, I don't get it. Truth, man. I don't know why anybody runs with that fucking piece of shit. Wait, Jason Fellows getting a pass from the mall. Yeah, that's another thing. Truth matters. I mean, I can't rock with that just as a human being, let alone, we're supposed to be from a community about catching people like him and exposing them. And people are over there snug. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. It just pisses me off. Clown side and the truth really meet. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Warbot. Drop the cash app, ignore the sex offenders circling our mission. Yeah. And your clown brought this on himself. He got pressed because you're talking shit about his new girlfriend, Julie. Yeah, I think he's kind of jealous because Julie and I used to be friends. He can't handle, but yeah, that's the thing. He can't handle being trolled, but he sure likes to fuck with people himself. He can't take it. Yeah, he's just a bitch. I mean, clown thinks he's pretty powerful, doxing people or blackmailing. I don't think I ever got a. She said that I could talk about it if I wanted to, but like I'm not trying to pressure. Oh fuck it. You know what? I'll just say it. I'm sorry, NTF. If you don't really want me to say this, like you said, I could, but I've been reluctant. Reluctant. Um, I mean, I saw. She said, "Do not let clown in my chat. Ban his alts bet. Do not let him in there." And so I did, and so did other people. Next thing I know, he's back in there, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I thought, thought we weren't gonna allow clown here. Come to find out, he's got her dad's address and her address, and he was blackmailing her to be let back into her chats. And you know, I didn't try to twist her arm, but I'm like, that he's gonna dox you anyway. So she said, "Fuck it, ban him." So I banned him. So now, if he hasn't already, he's probably gonna dox her family. So that's why a lot of people were mad that Clown was back in her chat. Um, and I'm trying to tell everybody to cool out because I said I wouldn't say anything at that time. But that's why. That's why she'd let him back in. Uh, People were mad at her, but that's why. Um, he was threatening to dox her family, and he probably will. He's doxed other people's families. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Warbot. Nani is the cause of a lot of the fucking bullshit. And yeah, attention is a hell of a drug. Oh yeah, General Sea Monkey always knows what's up. Julie thinks Rick is the same as BDSM. That's a scary way to think. Just like pedos think liking kids is okay. It's not. Rape is never okay, Julie. Yeah, BDSM and rape are not the same thing. Uh, BDSM requires consent. It might get very rough, but as long as everybody's in on it and cool with it, It's not the same thing. You don't. It doesn't matter what kind of rough shit you're into. Um, I mean, a lot of people play out rape fantasies, uh, but if it's a fantasy with consent, that's one thing. But actually doing something against somebody's will uh, is something totally different. It's not the same. I don't understand. I just don't get how these. I mean, there's really not that many that really fall for it, but like they get gaslit day after day by Nanya, and they just stick their heads in the fence like the sheep they are and take it. I don't understand it. Like, how can you be that fucking stupid to not see what's going on? It makes no sense. Going to enjoy you outing some of her crazy nutter talking. Dude, I mean, she is legitimately like she told me herself she's been treated for schizophrenia before. And like she was not, do you guys remember she was not like this a year ago? She was funny and um, just wasn't acting like this. And like I saw her fall apart in real time. I was trying to help her, but it just, there's only so much you can do, you know? Yeah. When she accused, like she was telling me all this shit that she thought people were doing to her from the community, and it wasn't real. Like Roots wasn't following her around. Ed wasn't driving by her house. Nobody was smoking in her attic. And then when she said that I was trying to break into her house, I sent her the last thing I ever texted her was, "Do not call me, do not text me, do not come on my, do not just stay the fuck away from me." And that was the last. Although I think that the weird text I get late at night from strange numbers, I think are her. Some of them anyway. I can't prove that, but do I need a hug? Yes, I do need a hug. And if you love clown, then you're sus also. Yeah, the hair thing was real. Uh, that was one of her things. She like I'd noticed she'd lost some weight, and I said something to her about it, and she's like, "Well, I stopped eating because." She thought that Juniper and whoever else were poisoning all the grocery stores. Like, and this wasn't a fucking joke, people. Like, she believes this shit, so she wouldn't eat. And like, she would call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, all freaked out. I just saw so and so drive by, and my mom paying you to spy on me? And I'm like, what? Like, it wasn't an act. It was fucking real. So I would think that I got her convinced otherwise, and think that everything was okay. And then the next day she'd be right back to it. Oh no, Danielle, I love your late night text. You can text me anytime. Yes, clown knocked up a 16-year-old. Does Clown believe in child brides? Probably. Um, I've not heard him say it, but he probably does. He likes them young. Did he mail order a child bride? Not to my knowledge. That's those good pills. That's what you're talking. I didn't plan on being live this long. I was planning on being hammered by now, but there we go. We'll make sure that Ray sees your message. Hi, Ray. I know you hate watching, buddy. Go back into hiding. You have more important things to address. Oh, shit. Something tells me truth matters knows something that we don't. Spill it, baby. And you're welcome to, well, you probably don't want to because you don't want to take a chance on being doxxed, but you are welcome to jump up here. Clown is down with Islam. Ah, that wouldn't surprise me either. Yes, Danielle, 16. If you know, you take the age of his kid and take the age of him, take the age of the mother, and you do the math. Yeah, she was like 16 when he knocked her up. And he's been. I don't have the paperwork yet. All I can see, all that I've seen is that he was uh, taken to court several times for child support. But I don't know how much yet. I'm waiting on all that. Yeah, they did have some. Muhammad did have some young brides. That's a fact. So Julie thought her mother was talking to you about. Yes, Christy. Man, it's there's still some shit that I don't want to say, but yeah, she thought that her mother. She asked me if her mother was paying people in the community to spy on her, including me. And I'm like, I've never talked to your mother. I don't know who she is really. Uh, but yeah, she persisted with that for a while. How old is the kid? Oh man, I shit. How old is the kid? 20? I don't remember um, the exact ages. I just know that if you do the math, it comes out to about 16. Truth Matters must be watching both streams at the same time. Here, I'll make sure he sees it. Oh, Clowny, don't project your abuse onto others. Daddy issues. We can crowd fund for services if you want to talk to someone. Let's save some kids and get Clown some therapy. Therapy doesn't really help with these guys. If anything, we need to crowdsource a hitman. I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. We don't need to crowdsource for that. I can get it for free. All right. You're still, hold on, let me back up. You're still confused. Is it true that Clown ordered a Chinese double chinned child bride that was spitting Asian images of a young Billy Fisher? I cannot confirm that. I've seen no proof of that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Clown, get that 5K. I don't know what the 5K is about, Nika. Let's get it, Mantis. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I could have fucking wound her up and used her as a weapon like they are, and it makes me sick that they are taking advantage of her delusions. It's disgusting. Danielle, I'm not using whoever you use because that fucking squirrel that came at me with a knife, like he came in the daytime. You know what I mean? I spotted that little fucker a mile away. His tail is now hanging from my antenna. And she called me up one night and she had gone to the I mean it's no the part of why she went to the doctor is nobody's business, but um her mom took her to see a doctor and the doctor gave her a shot and she's like, I think the doctor gave me an antipsychotic. I'm like, well, did he tell you it was an antipsychotic? She said no. I'm like, you're an adult. Like they can't do that to you. Um, yeah, it and she told me about the first she was when she flipped when she turned into evil Julie instead of fun Julie. Um, she was blaming it on they had changed her medication, so she had two different kinds of medication in her system and making shit up, which that can happen. And she told me what they were. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I'd never heard of it. So I looked it up to see if it was anything fun, and it was an antipsychotic. So you bet Julie's the first woman to speak to clown in years. Although there's rumors that Julie's trans. I don't believe that Julie's trans. I've seen more of her than you have. I'm assuming, but yeah, you're probably right. She probably is the first and only woman to talk to clown in years. Good thing she never checked her condition. Oh shit, twist. I mean, Warbot, do you remember like when you were joking around saying that you hacked her fridge and stuff, and I hit you up? I'm like, dude, uh, please don't do that because she believes this shit. And that's when I was still trying to help her at that point. Yeah. No, Danielle, I saw that squirrel coming a mile away. Oh, hang on one second. All right, y'all close your eyes. I think this is going to be bad.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Just coming up to say, hey, what's the
Right
topic?
on. What's on your mind? What's the topic? Well, it's turned into what a piece of shit clown force is.
Uh, well, I idolize Joey and Clown. I mean, I don't, I don't know him that well. I just recently met him, but I idolize him.
Why?
I don't know. They're fun, but I'm concerned because I was listening to your stream.
Everything that we're saying right now is true. like him getting that 16-year-old pregnant, her delusions, like all this, and him being charged with inappropriately touching kids in a sexual way. It's all true.
But I heard that no no charges were followed through with, and it was a
Yeah,
long time
because
ago.
who cares how long ago it was? Um, yeah, the charges weren't followed through with because the witness was too afraid to testify, and that's how most of these people get away with it.
No, I'm not bisexual, Dragonfly, by the way. That was concerning me too about Jilly being trans. I don't notice any Adam's apple or anything. I'm like, what the
I,
heck?
I don't believe Jilly is trans.
Oh my goodness. I was gonna say. Yeah, well, it's confusing. That Truth Matters in there was saying. I've been watching you for a little bit. I'm just trying to figure
Yeah,
out who
everything.
everybody is. And I knew a few from your community previously, but I'm new to everybody else. I thought it was Edward that everyone was like,
That actually happens a lot. Edward and I don't. People think we sound alike sometimes. I don't get it, but um, Edward and I get confused for each other a lot.
no, I thought Edward was the one to watch out for. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that you sounded like him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, the thing with Edward was never charged with anything. He
It's
was
still
in a
open.
house that, like, no, it's not. He got charged for drugs. He um didn't get charged with anything with the CP stuff. If they were going to charge him with that, they would have charged him at the same time when he went to court and did his time for the drugs.
Oh, because when you contact them, because see, that's the person I knew from the previous community. And when you contact them, they say otherwise, that it's not closed, but they sent it back to oh, I forget.
Did did you call them yourself, or is this what somebody told you?
I called him myself.
Did you record it?
Oh no. But they
Did you
said
call them before or after he did his time?
after. That was another thing. I heard he was going to come out and explain after he did his time, and he never did. And I know Lisa, and I was like, I can't believe people don't.
He's explained it a lot of times.
But that's what I find like this surprises me about this clown dude. If Edward's okay with, if you're okay with Edward, that's what I'm
Yeah,
like. I think
Edward
we need
was
to make
never
some
Edward was
about.
never charged.
Hmm.
Edward's never got on a panel and said that he fucked a 14-year-old in the ass. Edward's never got on a panel and said that he
It just
fucked with a
depends. His
3-year-old.
younger, he just depends his brother who actually, yeah, he just
When did he
depends his
defend his
brother who
brother?
was on that website doing what he did and all that. Yeah,
When did he defend his brother?
and yeah, he won't even let you talk about it or say anything about it. He blocks.
When
He like stops. He stops the whole. He stops any. Um, let me figure out my words here. He stops any questions that he doesn't like. He just shuts it down. And when you do that, I mean,
maybe
he's not
because
willing
he's
to
been
discuss
through it
anything.
1,000 times and he's sick of it.
Mm,
He gets asked the same question by the same people over and over and over again.
but I've heard Clown explain himself over and over and over again and show everything. But Edward doesn't.
Did he show you the part where his girlfriend, that he claims they were not married. He calls her, they weren't married for one thing.
Correct.
Did he show you the paperwork that when she filed a protective order against him?
Yes. He didn't know about it, but he's talked to her since.
He didn't know about it, but he's talked to her since.
I'm
Do you
just
see how
wondering.
that doesn't make sense?
No, he talked to his sister and found out about it and found out what it was all about. And from my understanding, nothing went through. Is that correct? I'm not too sure on the facts here. I'll give you that. Like I said, I know
don't know
more
if it went
than
through
I
or
know
not.
about.
We're still waiting on more paperwork. Like, the reason he hides is because he's hiding because they're after him for child support for a kid that
I know Edward hasn't paid child
he
support in
got.
a real long time.
I don't give a fuck about Edward. This is about Clown.
I thought we were speaking on both things because that's kind of why I was like trying to figure out why one's okay and another isn't.
You don't see the difference when a guy gets up on panels and says, "Yeah, I fucked a 14-year-old in the ass in the bathroom," and then later on says that he fucked with a 3-year-old. You don't see a problem with that?
Oh, I find it in poor taste, but you and I both know he said it in jest as a troll. Like what?
I don't care if it. I've never heard Edward say anything like that.
No, but you also don't have an ex-wife that's typed up a 7-minute long thing talking about marital rape and not taking care of the kids and how the attorney general
you don't consider you don't consider somebody getting a minor pregnant as statutory rape at least?
Okay, well you got Angela G. She was groomed by her husband. She was a minor. She came with Edward.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Manny, her husband,
You are
groomed
really
her.
reaching.
No,
How do you know that?
Because, like I said, I know a few, and the few were Edward, Nick, and Angela G.
I think you're a crazy person with a hard on for these people.
Well, as I'm sitting back here listening, I'm not, you can think that.
Do you know them? Do you know them? Or are you going on assumptions and shit that you're making up?
For like about 8 years now. How long you've known them?
Do you actually know these people, or you just see them around from online?
Yeah, I know them. Yep, I know Angela's family quite well. I mean, seen them all. So
you sound
that's
like a crazy stalker type person to me. I don't know who the fuck you are, but
well, that's kind of what you're sounding like, though. As you talk, you sound obsessed with Clown Force. You sound a little bit pressed. You sound pretty pressed, and I was like, boy, he's pretty pressed over and upset at Clown for something. And Jilly, I don't know what kind of narrative you're running on Jilly, but seems
that's
like you're
not
just
a narrative.
A bunch of lies. And you got your chat.
That is not a narrative. I was friends with her for over a year.
Angela wouldn't destroy anything. I know Angela very well.
You don't know me well at all, you fucking bitch.
Oh, I know you all too well.
About my family. Get the fuck out of here. Go back to Clown. What are you doing over here?
I
to
can
play Bill?
I can go
Talk
and have a
about my
conversation
husband?
wherever I want. Well,
Don't be
haven't you talked about my husband?
Don't talk about my
Wait a
husband.
minute. Hold on.
It's none of
Hold
your
on. One
business.
And
second.
I'm not talking about your husband.
You just did. Get the
Is this
fuck
this
out of
the
here.
I'm
is
not
this
talking
the
about
psycho bitch that
Joey,
was
you and
doxing
me.
you?
Yes, Bill.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know who the fuck it was.
Sorry about that, but you know what? She ain't coming up here talking about my fucking family. And
No,
she doesn't
I'm
even
with you. I didn't know that was her.
We were friends for probably a year. And this is years later. Does she want me to
All
start
right.
talking
Well,
about her family? Because I don't do that shit. It's uncalled for. Becky. Saying my husband groomed me. That is
of Becky,
absolutely
but I've never run
disgusting.
into her before, so
Yeah,
I didn't realize that's who that was. So.
Using that sweet little old voice while they're restreaming at clowns, laughing and who knows what. Up here saying my husband groomed me? What the fuck is she talking about? That fucking Becky
Look,
shit.
as a third party that doesn't know anything about your stuff, she doesn't know about the people.
Who's a fucking cunt? I wouldn't say no. You know what? It doesn't matter to me.
Right. I know it doesn't matter to you, but she's a sick fucking bitch.
What are you gonna do? Let her be a sick fucking bitch. I'm gonna fucking take care of her.
True. I don't know if you guys heard him or not, but he finally said something.
I couldn't understand what he was saying. I could hear him that he was talking, but I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
He told me not to pay no attention to her. He doesn't give a fuck what she thinks. That's what he said. She has no business to be talking about my family at all. Like, at all.
If she lived close by, then it wouldn't matter.
Hey, Warbot, I've got lots of messages that I've not shown. I've shown a couple of messages to a few people, where she told me why she canceled the trip is because she knew we would end up fucking, but she was fucking some other guy. Yeah, I got shit like that. I can prove she lied.
She's a fucking cunt with a capital.
I tell you what, I don't record phone calls. Uh, I I wish to God I would have recorded some of Julie's though.
Well, sorry, Bill. I know this wasn't the kind of company you wanted, but
That's all right.
it's like I was doing some cleaning and then I came out here to sit down and brought my phone out and all of a sudden I heard what she was saying. I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Fucking nut job. Look at her channel. She's fucking
I
stalking
didn't know who she was. You can just tell by how she talks. She's like a nut job. So
yeah, you should look at her channel. It's like a whole stalking thing she's doing. It's weird.
yeah,
It's weird shit.
I know she's doxed you and some other people, and
Yeah.
that's why I booted her. So
And I've left the bitch alone. I don't say a word about the bitch ever. Ever. I mean, can't you be an adult? Like, you stay away from me, I stay away from you. It's fucking simple, bitch. It's simple.
Is the witchcraft true? I don't know anything about witchcraft other than somebody has a voodoo doll of me and they keep fucking me over.
God, Becky accused me and Clovis of fucking trying to make a voodoo doll on her years ago. That was fucking stupid too. She said I was making a voodoo doll so Clovis could use it on her. How fucking lame is that? I still haven't even made a fucking voodoo doll yet. Fucking dumbasses.
Well, if you can make one of me and just kind of give it a little gentle rub every now and then, I really appreciate it.
I'll throw it to the cat.
No, I get enough of that in person.
That'll get you some pussy right there. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Actually, Voodoo's a male. He's a male cat.
Yeah.
You got one too now, Sabby? Fuck, everybody's got one. See? Everybody's got one. Except for me. Yeah, and she supposedly left for like a year or something, but really she was watching all you guys over here and trying to get all involved and up in the know of it all. She was getting fucking, couldn't even pronounce Sabby's name right, getting all the girls mixed up when she first started reporting on you guys. It was pretty funny. But then she's gotten worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, she just sounds like a nut job right off the bat. I didn't realize I might have heard her speak once before. And I certainly know who she is, from you guys talking about it, but
she tried to
yeah,
jump up
I
on
didn't.
Locksmiths. She tried to jump up on Locksmiths too. She didn't last long up there.
She didn't last long here either.
No, she didn't. It's like she can stay rolling around with the scum, okay? She likes it over there. She needs to stay over there. Leave all of us the fuck alone.
She said I was obsessed with Clown Force, but it sounds like she's been really obsessed with you and Edward and Nick and whoever else for a long time.
When she first came back, well, she never left, okay? She was busy taking notes. I used to call her the court recorder. Okay, well, now she's worse. She's like total fucking stalkerish, the way she's fucking watching everybody and doing her stalker behavior on everybody. It's crazy. I've never seen such a thing.
Well, she'll fit right in with Jilly and Clown.
She acts like she knows Edward. They were simple acquaintances. We were totally from different communities that, collided. She doesn't know Edward that well. She only knew me for like a year. I'd have to ask another friend.
Well, according to her, she knows you and your whole family. Have you ever met this woman in person?
No, she's not.
Well, there you go.
Of course, I shared some personal things with her because we were friends. I've never outed her personal shit once. Not one time. Ever. So it's pretty fucking low that somebody fucking does that shit. And it's like I never even did anything to her. I never fucking did a thing to her except not be friends with her anymore.
Well, I mean, that's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, when I stopped being friends with her, she went live like a few days later, a week later, whatever it was, and started telling these outlandish, insane fucking stories. Telling her she's into black magic and dark magic and she's making a voodoo doll for Clovis and all this shit out of her ass. And I'm sitting there listening to it and I'm like, what the fuck? You know how you hear something like really crazy being said about you and you're just like, where did they even get that? And they think they know you, but then they're out there saying that kind of stuff about you. It's like, you really didn't know me that well. So that's what started that. And that was several years ago. Like, I've been done with her. Move on. I mean, I could understand if I was sitting around talking about her everywhere, doing videos on her, fucking, I didn't talk about the bitch for a year. Nobody did. Nobody. And I don't know why she cares about Edward so much. She barely knows the guy.
Just some people are just fucking weirdos. They don't need a reason.
No, it's some kind of hatefulness toward me, obviously. I could understand it if I was fucking, like I said, making videos about her every day and shit. I could understand it. It'd be a little more valid.
Right.
Yeah, she sits on her channel showing people's fucking houses on their icon. She fucking doxed a whole nother lady's family the other day. And she's a fucking sick bitch. Who does that shit? Some scumbag people that are not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, people that do that kind of shit online, it makes them feel powerful.
I guess so. I
Because
don't need to do that.
They ain't jack shit in their real life, so they have to try to build it up online in the relative safety of the internet.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to me. It really is. Like, what drives the hate in somebody, especially when you're putting the hate on someone that really never did shit to you. Ever.
Is this the crazy bitch that went on a talk show or on the news or some shit?
On the news, yeah, she was a victim in 2018, and she's still a fucking victim and going around harassing and bullying everybody. She was on the news complaining about basically her own damn fucking self. She's the cyber bully. She's the one that
Right.
goes around doing all that shit.
I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to. I actually happen to know somebody that I didn't know it until recently, but somebody from the community is tied in really good with a big news agency. Maybe somebody should do a story on her again.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's just, I'd rather just move on. You know what I mean? Like, we were friends
Yeah.
years ago. It's done. We weren't cut out to be friends. No big deal.
Some people can't handle rejection. That's probably what it's about.
Fence sitting, Dead Twist? I've never sat on a fence. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm nice to people that are nice to me, and they're not cruel, vile, scumbag people in general. I never sat on a fence ever in my life. Dead Twist.
You're if nothing else, nobody can say that you're not outspoken.
When I have to be outspoken, I will be. Okay, Dead Twist, you win. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you tonight over stupid shit. You've been trying to pick a fight with Sabby all night. Then it went to Juniper and I. Now it's back on me. Hope you're having fun with yourself.
Well,
Another fucking dumbass.
Dead Twist, and I got no issue with you, but we're both kind of fed up with some of the same shit.
I'm fed up with the shit too. You just don't hear me speak on it a lot. Think I'm not fed up with fucking how people are being treated all the time? It's fucking disgusting.
fuck me running.
All right, I'm gonna go back to doing my dishes. And thanks for
All
letting
right.
me out here.
Yep, no problem. I didn't,
All
like I said, I didn't realize. I know who she is because I've heard enough, but I didn't start realizing who she was until a little while into the conversation.
Yeah,
I mean, without knowing that was her, I
right.
just started thinking this woman just sounds like a crazy lady. So,
Yeah, she was
you
using
know,
like a different tone in her voice. I noticed like this, like, oh, hi, Bill, I'm nice. Hi, that, like that,
yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Well, she got me. I'll admit, she got me at first.
Uh-huh. I was like, Bill, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
I just looked and yeah, you guys lit up my notifications pretty. Uh, in fact, I have so many notifications now between everything that like I
They were
can't
going
get anymore.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
All right, Bill. Well, thanks for having me, and I'll be in your chat listening
All right. Unless
because
we
I
have
do like to
another
listen.
calamity
I
to
like to listen.
entertain, I'll probably shut it down.
All righty.
All right. Thanks for coming up. Oh, fuck. I was planning on getting extremely lit tonight anyway, but I think it's just been reinforced. Anyway, I don't usually endorse mass reporting, but uh, y'all can go ahead and mass report clown for. Well, I'm sure you can pick something. All right, y'all. Stay naked. What the fuck? It's not letting me shut it off. Oh well, may as well throw that up. Good night, Miss Jenny T. Fuck, it's seriously not letting me shut it down. um, okay. It's not it's not letting me hit anything. What the fuck? I think y'all overheated my phone. It's like it's not letting me. Uh, okay, let's try this. All right, it'll let me do that. Close my flip phone. Ha! Yeah. If I just shut my phone off, will that end the stream, or does anybody know? God damn it. Usually, all right. No, it will stay live. Fuck. Well, maybe I'll just throw my phone in a drawer in the battery guy. I don't know. I'm trying to any of the buttons on the bottom, like where it has my camera, guest, more, and end, like nothing on the bottom. It won't let me hit any of it. All right, just let me do brand. Fuck it. I'll just. I don't know. I'm just gonna play an outro while I try to figure this shit out. All right. You all stay fucking naked. Fuck me. Wait.